Welcome to Understanding Before Labeling, the podcast where we delve into the complexities of human interactions and explore how we can better understand each other before resorting to labels. I'm your host, Monica, and today we'll be discussing the psychological and ethical aspects of labeling, its impact on individuals and society, and how we can approach people with more empathy and open-mindedness. Let's start with understanding what labeling is. Labeling involves categorizing people based on observable traits, behaviors, or characteristics. While it can simplify social interactions, it's important to recognize that labels can be both helpful and harmful. So why do we label people? There are several factors at play. Observation. We naturally observe and categorize our surroundings to make sense of the world. Expectation. Societal and cultural expectations shape how we label others. Reactive. Labels can be reactions to someone's behavior or actions. Simplification. Labels help reduce cognitive load by categorizing people into manageable groups. Social identity. Labels create a sense of identity and belonging within social groups. Control and predictability. Labeling provides a sense of control and predictability in social interactions. Bias and prejudice. Unfortunately, labels can also stem from biases and prejudices. Labeling has profound psychological effects on individuals, especially when they don't agree with the labels applied to them. Reduced self-esteem. Negative labels can lower self-worth. Increased stress and anxiety. Misunderstood or unfair labels can cause emotional distress. Identity conflict. Discrepancies between self-perception and external labels lead to internal struggle. Behavioral changes. Labels can influence behavior, leading to self-fulfilling prophecies. Social isolation. Negative labels can result in social isolation. Resentment and defensiveness. Unfair labels foster resentment and defensiveness. Motivation and resilience. Some individuals respond to labels with increased motivation to prove them wrong. Is it ethical to label someone, given our incomplete understanding of others? Here are some ethical considerations. Respect for autonomy. Respect each person's individuality and agency. Harm and benefit. Aim to do no harm, and use labels compassionately. Accuracy and fairness. Strive for accuracy and fairness, acknowledging our limited understanding. Intent and context. Consider the intent behind labeling and the context in which it's used. Communication and consent. Engage in open communication and seek consent before applying labels. Mindfulness and reflexivity. Be mindful of biases and the impact of labels. Let's wrap up with some practical tips for understanding others before labeling them. Use labels sparingly. Avoid unnecessary labeling and see individuals as complex and multifaceted. Focus on understanding. Prioritize empathy and understanding over quick judgments. Encourage dialogue. Foster open conversations about identity and labels. Promote inclusivity. Use labels to promote inclusivity and respect diverse experiences. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Understanding Before Labeling. Remember, each person is unique and deserves to be seen for their full complexity. By approaching others with empathy, respect, and open-mindedness, we can build stronger, more inclusive communities. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with others. Until next time, I'm Monica, reminding you to embrace complexity in human interactions.